Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sutek here. It's 9:51 a.m. Thursday, November 29th, and I just wanted to touch on this new article and this new information about Steam. Steam parent company lays off 70% of their staff. All right, latest price crush is starting to affect the viability of some projects. Today, the company, giving support to Steam, announced that they are downsizing their team to cut costs and guarantee the future viability of their platform. According to a post on Medium, Ned Scott, founder and CEO of Steemit, company will be letting go of 70% of the workers. The other founder of the project, Dan Larimer, is also responsible for the creation of BitShares and EOS. Scott cited general market weakness, diminishment in fiat returns on Steam automated selling, and growing cost of running nodes as the reasons that led to the layoff. And that all may be true, right? That all may be true. That their whole issue with sustaining the company financially is that the price of Steam has gone down. But we need to talk about Steam and Steemit itself as being responsible for their own demise. Because just because the price of Steemit or the price of Steam has gone down does not necessarily mean that they should be closing up or downsizing. The real culprit for Steemit's downturn is the user community on Steemit. Steemit is going down the drain because of Steemians. Now, I mentioned this before, I don't use Steemit anymore. And that's because I was erroneously punished for duplicate content that I took from my own website, mind you. And once I proved that my content was from my site, they're supposed to remove a downvoter bot or a spam bot or a plagiarization bot. I kept on going back to the Discord trying to get them to remove it, and they wouldn't do it. You know, this guy Mark something, he's the one who created these different UIs for Steemit. There's one Steam Monsters, and there's another one Steam Pack or something like that. This guy would not remove the bot for whatever reason. He said he felt like, you know, whatever I did was an offense that couldn't be forgiven, even though they're supposed to remove it, and even though it says once you go through a couple steps to rectify the situation, they will fix it. They will remove the downvote bot. He never did that. So that's just one thing. Another thing is the mountains of trash that people post on there in general, and the site itself. The site itself is it still has not been improved. The site has not been improved. You know, how everything is categorized and designated, and, you know, the ability to navigate the site has not been improved at all. None of that has been improved. It's been in beta for like 5 years, and they have not done any work, as far as I can tell. So they have themselves to blame. I mean, they have created this circle jerk cult-like society within Steemit where people just upvote each other. People with a lot of money upvote each other. Everyone else, even if they have good content, because there's a lot of smaller accounts I follow on there that do great work, whether it's in politics or it's whether it's in whistleblower type stuff, whether it's in tech. There's a lot of smaller accounts that are great that can never gain traction because this circle jerk is going on with the older Steemians. So, there are other people that are starting to create Steam-esque social network sites. There's another one called We Know or We Now. I forget off the top. But other ones are being created that are similar, that are improving on the stuff that Steam has never bothered to address. And I look forward to those sites coming out because Steam has failed. Steam has allowed all of the possible avenues of exploitation. They've allowed them to basically bring the entire network down. They've allowed the entire network to be dragged because of this kind of poor optimization, poor foresight, poor outlook. I mean, they haven't, like I said, they haven't improved the site. They haven't done anything. So I don't know what their end game is. I don't know what's going to happen. But, as we've seen in this downturn, a lot of coins have sold out. They've sold, especially the ETH coins. There's been hundreds of thousands of Ethereum sold in the past couple of weeks. So coins are cashing out. They see that they might not be able to sustain, so they're just taking the cash and running. That's what they're doing. And it seems like that's what Steem is doing. And that's unfortunate because Steemit could have been amazing. But it seems more like a mafia and a mob than something that's open for, anyone to use and anyone to earn somewhat of a living. So, and you can see here, Whale Panda down, Larimar effect, Steem wrecked, even though they had a huge pre-mine. Just giving it a couple years for EOS. Looks like Steemit Inc. is close to going belly up. Let off 70% of the staff. How's that even possible when they mined and auto-sold almost a third of their entire token supply over the years? Must be a blatant case of treasury mismanagement negligence. And that too. I mean, this is just all, all around. People, when Steemit came out, people were amped because they saw the possibilities, and Steemit Inc. has totally squandered all of those possibilities. I mean, just about. So, anyway, I've been off the Steemit train for a while. And it's unfortunate because they have a lot of dApps that are associated with it that are actually very good. You have DTube. You have a lot of other dApps that are available that utilize Steemit better than Steemit Inc. does. But, Steemit Inc. is the core. Steemit is the core, and, they're messing it up. So, anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.